Hello everyone, so welcome back to my channel. In this video we are going to discuss that how we will graph our quadratic equation, right? How we will get the parabola when we graph our quadratic equation. Also we will discuss about the features of a quadratic equation, that about the axis of symmetry, about the turning points which we call it as a vertex, also about the x-intercept and the y-intercept that we have, and also we will talk that whether it's when we are getting the parabola, whether it is a minimum point graph or a maximum point graph, right? So yes, let's understand the video everyone, and we will just understand by taking an example, right? So if you want to do the same thing, you have to understand the feature. Just take an example of a quadratic equation and start doing like this, like I have done, right? So let's start with the video everyone. When quadratic functions are graphed, they produce the curved lines that is called parabolas, right? So first, let's prove that. And after that, we will learn the features of parabolic graph. Any equation we can take. So we will learn the features, and the features are, we will learn about the axis of symmetry. We'll learn about the turning points. We will learn about the maximum or the minimum point graphs. What are the minimum and the maximum points? And then we will learn what are the intercepts, the y-intercepts and the x-intercepts, right? So let's take a question. Right? So the question, let's say we will take a equation as, let's say, x square minus 4x plus 3. That is a quadratic equation we have taken, right? Why it is a quadratic equation? Because here the highest exponent of the x is 2. That's why it's a quadratic equation. Now, to get all the features of the quadratic equation that we have written previously, so we have to convert this equation, the general equation, into the vertex form. So our vertex form is x minus h whole square plus k is equals to 0, right? That is our general equation. So what we will do that, according to that, first we will convert it, right? So x, first of all, we will put the equation equals to 0. Then take the constant number, the number which is written without variable, to the that side, right? After that, what we will do here, we will take the b value. So because our general equation is ax square plus bx plus c, so my b is what? -4, right? -4. So my b is -4. I will take the b value, which is -4. I will do the half of it, which is -2, and then do the square of it, which is 4. -2 whole square is 4. What I will do, I will add that value and I will subtract that value. Okay. After this, what I will do, I will take both these values here, and plus value of b I will take, not the -1. -1 I will shift it, right? So what I will got, this, if you will see, this is the algebraic identity, that is a square plus b square minus 2 into a into b, right? So which is a minus b whole square. So this will convert into a minus b whole square, and this -4 will shift to that side. It becomes +4. So x minus 2 whole square is equals to 1, and x minus 2 whole square. Now I will shift this 1 to that side. It becomes this. So if you will see my quadratic equation, the vertex form of the quadratic equation, where h is what? 2, and my k is what? -1, right? My -1. So that's my h and k value. And please remember, when we are having the h and k value in a quadratic equation, I have the vertex of the parabola. But first, for that, we have to draw the parabola. So what we will do here, so this is my vertex. So vertex, I got it. And whatever the coordinate of the vertex is 2, -1. Na? So this 2, the value of x that we have, that is one of the axis, the x-intercept. Okay, that we will talk later. But first, understand how to get the parabola for this equation, right? So I'm taking the general equation, only the first equation that we have, x square minus 4x plus 3. To get the parabola, what we will do, we'll take the x values, any values of x. So most of the time, we will choose these values only, 1, 2, 3, these values, okay? And we have to find y. So when I put x as -3 in this equation, so I got -3 whole square, then -3 plus 3. It gives me 9, then plus 12 and plus 3, which is how much? 21. 21 plus 3, which is 24. When I'm putting -2, so -2 whole square, then -2 plus 3, which is 4, plus 8 plus 3. So 12 plus 2, 15. When I put -1 here in this equation, So negative 1 whole square, 4 into minus 1 plus 3, which is 1 plus 4 plus 3, which is 8. Then I put 0, 0 gives me 3. When I put 1, it gives me 1 minus 4 plus 3, which is again, which is 0 basically. Minus 3 plus 3 is 0. When I'm putting 2, it's 4 minus 8 plus 3, which is minus 4 plus 3 is negative 1. Then I am putting the 3, which is 9, then 12, and plus 3. So again, I am getting 0 because minus 3 plus 3 is 0. Okay, so as I got the values, now I will draw the graph. So when I will graph this equation, so I have to draw the xy plane, right? So this is my y-axis, this is my x-axis, right? So I'm just making the general graph just to make you understand. So this is my x-axis, this is my y-axis, right? So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Up till here, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, and so on. Now here I have the values. So approx values I am taking. So negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, negative 5, and so on. Okay, this is y negative. So now when I'm just taking the general values, okay? Please understand. When x is 0, y is how much? 3. So here we have, right? When x is 1, y is 0, here. When x is 2, it's negative 1, so here. When x is 3, again it is 0, like this, right? Again it is 0. When x is negative 1, it is 8. So something somewhere here, let's say, so it basically at minus 2 it is increasing, then at minus 3 it is more increasing, something like that. So I'll get a parabola. So just understand here. So the graph is like, it's a parabola like this, right? And it will go continuously like this. Okay, so it's like this. Got it? So now please see, first, this is the normal parabola for a quadratic equation, this one, right? How to graph it. After that, the first feature that we have discussed is axis of symmetry. Axis of symmetry is nothing, the middle line that you have of the graph. So that's my middle line, right? That's my middle line of the graph. So if you will see the middle line, where it lies on the x-axis, at x is equals to 2. So this is my axis of symmetry, right? When we talk about is it a minimum point graph or the maximum point graph? If you will see this parabola like this, so this is my minimum point because my values are increasing. When I'm going up towards the positive y-axis, my values is increasing, the output value. So this is my minimum. But if the graph is like this, so it's the maximum point and other points are decreasing, right? So this one I'm talking about, this is the minimum point graph, okay? Minimum point graph. And what is the minimum point? Minimum point is nothing, just the vertex that we have find out by using the completing the square method, which is this one. So minimum point graph and the coordinate for the turning point, okay, turning point coordinate. Turning point coordinate is 2 comma negative 1. 2 comma negative 1, it's this one only, okay, this point. That is 2 comma negative 1, right? So these axis of symmetry we have understood. We have the vertex is 2 comma negative 1. We can also call the vertex as turning point also, and this is the minimum point graph. Okay, so that's the minimum point graph. So if you will see any other thing, minimum point graph, yeah, x-intercept and the y-intercept. Please understand, x-intercept is point on the x-axis where y is getting 0. So if you will see at this point, so if you will see, you are getting 0 at 1 and at 3. So these are the x-intercepts. X is equals to 1 and x is equals to 3. So these are the two values where I am getting y as 0. But when I'm talking about the y-intercept, so y-intercept where x is 0. So this is my y-intercept. Okay. So 0. So how we write the equation? Y is equals to minus 3, right? So x-intercept will gives you the x values on the x-axis where y is getting 0. And for the y-intercept, we will find those values of y where x is getting 0, right? So that's that. So as simple as that. So yes, thank you.